Good morning. My name is Dave and welcome to my channel. I'm a long-haul truck driver in North America. I left you off in the last video just at my delivery back up in Jackson, Missouri. I'm now on my way down to Olive Branch, Mississippi, where I'll drop this empty and pick up a loaded one and head back to Winnipeg, Manitoba. So thanks for joining me on the ride. Let's get cracking. So here we are, just coming into Memphis, Tennessee. Just starting to rain as well, but it's looking pretty black up ahead, so I think we're in for a free truck wash. I'm only about half an hour away from where I switch trailers down in Mississippi. Memphis is down in the bottom southwest corner, of Tennessee. But to get to where I'm going in Olive Branch, Mississippi, we just have to cross this corner, get across the Mississippi River there. Round Memphis and into Mississippi, and the first place you come to is Olive Branch. So that's where we're heading. Hopefully we won't lose too much time. If I want to get home Sunday night, I have to do at least another couple of hours tonight, minimum. So I want to get this done as quick as possible and be on my way back up north again. Hoping this traffic's just because of all the roadworks that are around here. Well, I don't know what those cars were up to. He signalled to come, the white one signalled to come right. I dropped back and left enough room for him, then he didn't come over, then he slowed right down to have a look at where he was going, decided not to. In the meantime, he was nearly run from behind by the one coming up. These roadworks have been here for a while. Looks like they're going to be here for a while longer as well. Doesn't seem to be much progress getting made on the bridge they're building there. I hope they're actually building an easier slip road to get onto I-40. Because that's a bad junction, that one. So anyway, welcome to Memphis, and I'll be back in a little while.
words that I mean to use are trapped inside.
It's Saturday afternoon now, and I'm just south of Cedar Rapids in Iowa. So we got the trailer switched yesterday, nice and quickly, no problems at all. And we actually got a good way back up the road last night. So by the time we're finished tonight, we'll be up in Minnesota somewhere. And we should be home late afternoon tomorrow. So it's worked out really well. Much quicker dropping the trailer and picking up the loaded one than normal. So that really helped. Got back around Memphis before rush hour. And we were back up in Missouri and parked up by 7 o'clock last night. So a good day yesterday. We parked up with 3 minutes left on the clock, so not a lot of time to spare. We'd really pushed it a little bit. But the weather again is completely different than on the way down, which you've seen in the last video. We're still above freezing here, but above freezing here in Iowa. Little bits of snow dotted around in the shade there under the trees and places like that, but nothing to speak of. Whereas coming down, on the way down here, coming through Wisconsin, we had quite a bit of snow, as you've seen. So yeah, weather's looking good. It's warming up a bit back at home. Not a lot today. It's going to warm up quite a bit tomorrow though, and be back up in single digits below freezing. So if you can call that warmer, then it is. But it's going to be about -8 tomorrow, which is still better than -28, allegedly. Can't wait for the snow to go now. Getting bored of it. It's just looking at the lakes here, these are still frozen. I don't know if you can see that, but the lakes are still frozen. That takes a while. I was hearing the other day they've started breaking the ice on the Red River. They have to send out icebreakers. Otherwise, further south, it starts to back up and starts flooding. So they have to get the icebreakers out so they can get the river flowing again. Otherwise, it floods further south. The Red River runs from south to north, runs into Lake Winnipeg, and then Lake Winnipeg runs out up into Churchill, way up in the north of Manitoba. So they've been out with the icebreakers already. You know, if they don't get out early enough, then Fargo in Minnesota start to flood the Red River Valley down there. So up into Minnesota tonight. We'll get I was going to go to Albert Lea, but we'll get past Albert Lea. We'll be up just south of Minneapolis somewhere. I don't quite have enough time to get to Rogers or Clearwater or anywhere like that, so it will just be south of Minneapolis. There's a couple of truck stops that I've got my mind on, and we'll make it to one of those. So that's it for the update, guys. Be back later. Cheers, guys.
Senorita, what's your name? Take a ride on my one-way train. Goes downtown, but gets there slow. Take a ride on my one-man show. Get your love on the line. Get your love on the line. If it's all the same, get your ticket on a one-way train. Goes downtown, but don't you know? Grab a seat, cause I'm ready to go.
Sunday 26th of February and I'm in Winnipeg Yard. So it's 10 to 4 in the afternoon. I've dropped my loaded trailer and picked up a loaded one that needs to go back to Steinbach. So a nice quick turnaround here in Winnipeg. It always is, you never get held up here. Just come this way just to spin around. You'll see the trailers on the other side. They've all been dropped at an angle. So it makes it really hard to come out those spaces and turn right. There is room, but it makes it really tight, and with it being icy in here, as you can see on the floor, once you start making that turn, you want to be able to keep it moving, not stopping to see if you've got enough room or slowing down. So it's just easier to turn right and turn left, sorry, and spin around to come back up. So yeah, on my way back to Steinbach and then going straight home. My wife works, she works an afternoon shift, and the way her shifts fall this week, she's actually working for a full 5 days. So I've decided I'll just have me reset one day at home and go again on Tuesday. So I'll have tomorrow off, do what I need to do and get going again on Tuesday. There's no point in me sitting at home on my own now. We'll get to see Gary and the boys tomorrow night. And then I can get going again on Tuesday, which will be the 28th. So that'll actually be a good start to next month's miles. You have to keep an eye on your miles. Watch where when you get back home, if you decide to take a couple of days off, it can affect the whole month's miles. So you need to be careful, keep an eye on how many you've got, and well, just make sure that you're going to get paid enough miles. Well, so I was out the yard there. Just up the road here onto the perimeter around Winnipeg, down Highway 1 onto Highway 12, back into Steinbach. Just takes around about an hour back from here. You can easily do it in 45 minutes in a car, but with the truck it should be around an hour. 82 kilometres. being electronic logs, you can put it onto yard move while you're shunting around the yard, and it doesn't use up your driving time. And I didn't need to do it today. I've got 4 hours 10 minutes left, so I've got lots of driving time, but you get into the habit of doing it. But when you reach a speed of 20 miles an hour, it automatically switches you back over to driving, and that's what she was telling me there just now. I've automatically, due to exceeding the speed limit, I've automatically been transitioned to driving time. So we're going to wrap this one up again, guys. We'll stick the map up at the end as normal. Again, thanks for joining us. Thanks for those that take the time to comment. Thanks to those that are clicking like. Thanks to everyone, but especially those guys, because it does make a difference. And we will be back on Tuesday with the next trip. So take care, guys, stay safe, and cheerio for now.